this is Chuntianle. Welcome back to China Series Livestream number 25. And today is May 23rd, Beijing Time. I'm excited because I found some English book that I studied years ago. Seeing these books again bring me back many memories from my English learning journey. In today's live stream, we're going to read and study Benjamin Fly a Kite and the education of Benjamin Franklin. As we read together, we will learn useful vocabulary, improve pronunciation, and practice understanding English naturally. Welcome, join us from around the world on this May 23rd live stream. Let me know where you are watching from in the world, and let's begin English learning adventure together. And first of all, I'm going to introduce Franklin. I'm going to introduce Franklin. Let's just wait. Let me put something here. Hey, welcome to our English journey. I fly back. I see some people join in. Let me see. One second. I put something. Oh, hello. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. English journey. I fly back. I see some people join in. See. Oh, hello. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. And today, okay, so right now we can start. We have some people here. Um, I traveled from US to China to visit my parents, and I found out some book I started long time ago, and this is a great opportunity. This is a great opportunity, and then I share with you the story. And today is May 23rd, Beijing time. I'm excited to find this my book. You know the book I studied? right now is the old like this color. And also, this is a book I wrote. So Success in Music Made Journey Make Simple. So this is a book I wrote, which is the new book. You see the color? One is a white page, the other one is yellow one. So that's the old book I studied. So I found it out, and I want to share with you. And this is the book, my book, Success in Music Made Simple. Okay. And seeing this book again bring me back many memory from when I was a kid. And in today's live stream, I'm going to share with you the Ben Flies a Kite and the education of Benjamin Franklin. As we read together, we will learn the vocabulary, and also I will share the story and when I recalled, because this I started a long time ago. And you see there's a lots of note on it. You see I write a lots of note. Even right now, I couldn't recognize my handwriting. So I want to by this stream, you can view China and view the real life when I travel when I travel from US to China, what happened view China, and also you can see the my memory. What is my memory? What happened when I was much younger, and what I have learned, and what kind of things I have learned. You know the story, and also you can know some of the history of the American famous people. The Benjamin Franklin. Let me see what did you write? Um, Korean. Nice to see you. Yeah, comment where are you from and what is your time right now? Right now Beijing time is 11:18. So I travel, right now I have a different time. United States time, which I get used to, but right now is Beijing time. Now is May 23rd. I'm in the I'm do the live stream from China. It's real life and a real story and a real memory. And this is my book. And I have no chance to get this book because the book is in China, and when I was in US, if I do this, I can only share with you the uh, what I studied there. So is I have the a different major and then different things, the degree, things like that, and also the thing I study under the piano, piano, volcano, and my songwriting and my lyrics, things like that. So that's why I have a great opportunity to share something special. And now let's continue. Uh, and welcome to join us around the world, all from around the world on this May 23rd live stream. Let us know um, let us share your story. When you hear my story, I'm glad to see your story if you want to share. And I will try to keep read the chat so that I don't miss it. Um, so that I don't miss it. Now let's start. I'm so excited. These are the things I learned long time ago. Let's start. Okay. Mm. Ben flies. Okay, let me introduce Benjamin. Let me introduce this famous person first. So Benjamin Franklin, he was born 1706 and he died in 1790. So he lived for around 84 years old. So 84 years old. And he is American statesman. He's an American statesman. He's a politician, okay? He's an American statesman. I eat with, you eat with computer. Let me see what you write. I eat with computer turned on. Yes, my computer I always turn on so that I can easily to work on my computer. So if I sometimes I think about something and I want to quickly access my computer, I cannot wait. I don't want to wait. Turn off the computer and turn on the computer. So my computer is always on. And when I was in US, a lot of time I eat at a computer. Um, right now, right now I live with my parents because I take a vacation. So right now, sometimes I eat at a computer and sometimes at the table together with them. But when I do the live stream, so definitely is eat together with them. Occasionally, I want to check the things on a computer. When you eat at a computer, so make sure you eat well, not work too hard. Okay, not work too hard. Now let's continue. Now let's continue. Um, Benjamin, American statesman, and statesman, a journalist and a scientist. So he have multiple skill. He's not only the scientist, but also a statesman and a journalist. And he start as a printer. He started as a printer, and later he set up a successful printing house of his own. Okay, at 23, at the age of 23, he bought a newspaper, the Philadelphia. Let me see. He bought this. Philadelphia Gazette. He bought I try to make sure I pronounce it correctly. Philadelphia Gazette. He bought this, and which soon became most influential paper in America. When he was 40, he experienced the field of electricity and in other science. He became a member of Real Society at age of 48. He's a pretty successful person. Then he became actively involved and played a leading role in colonist fight to free America from Britain's rule. You know the independence war. So at that time, the British at that time, Britain, the Britain conquered conquered America. So there's the independence war. So this happened in that period. Okay. Um, he played a leading roles in colonists' fight to free America from Britain's rule. He was one of those who signed the Declaration of Independence. So Declaration of Independence is a very important documentation there. So he was one of the person signed the Declaration of Independence. At 71, he was sent to France as America ambassador and won support from France for American War of Independence. See this story? Um, so let's recall what I shared with you. He's one of the America's famous person, and in that period, he's a statesman. He's a politician. Okay, he's scientist and a journalist. Okay, and in his early age, when he's in his 20s, he bought the Philadelphia Gazette, and he is very successful on this business. Okay, he's very successful on this business, and it is very influential. It is very influential paper in America. And in his 40, he experimented the electricity in the field of the electricity and other science. And also he's a member of Royal Society. And also later in his later life, and he was the ambassador. And also in the war of the Independence War, he is one of the persons signed the Declaration of Independence. So that's a very key point here. So by reading this article, this story, you will learn the history of you learn some of the background of his life. You got some history of America. Okay, and also you will learn Benjamin Franklin, and also know how he was succeed in different field. Now let's go to the text, go to the story. Now let's go to the story. Okay. In Benjamin Franklin's time, the title of the article is Ben Flies a Kite. In Benjamin Franklin's times, few people knew much about electricity, but the scientists all over the world were studying it, and Ben was one of them. Ben knew that lightning was like electricity, but was it electricity? If only Ben could prove it. Suddenly, he had an idea. Perhaps he could prove it by flying a kite during a thunderstorm. A thunderstorm. He knew that if lightning was electricity, it would travel down a wet kite string. It will travel down a wet kite string. Okay. See the note. See the note when I study. Okay. Ben and his son made a kite out of a large silk handkerchief. They fixed a wire to the frame. Ben thought the wire would attract the lightning. One dark and stormy day, they took their kite out into a field. William held the ball of string, and Ben held the kite. They threw it into the wind and shouted, "Go!" William ran as fast as he could. The kite rose into the air. It was raining hard as Ben took the kite string from his son. They walked into a nearby house. Ben put a key on the end of the kite string. Let's stop here to see what happened that day. In Benjamin Franklin's time, only few people knew much about electricity. But Ben is one of the people he studied. Scientists all over the world, a lot of people, a lot of scientists study it. They try to know what's going on with electricity. Ben knew lightning like the electricity, and he would like to prove it. He would like to prove it. And one day he got an idea. Perhaps he could prove it. Perhaps he could prove it by flying the kite in the sky. During the thunderstorm. So we fly the kite in spring. Have you ever think about flying the kite in a thunderstorm to prove the electricity during the thunderstorm weather? He thought the lightning is the flight. Lightning is the electricity, and he would travel down the wet kite string, because the electricity, the lightning, and the string. So when in the thunderstorm night, so he thought it's going to travel down the kite string. And then one day, Ben and his son, they make the kite. They make the things is made it from the silk handkerchief. They fix the wire to the frame. They put the handkerchief on the frame, and Ben thought the wire could attract the electricity. And on that dark and stormy day, they took their kite out of the house into the field, and William, I think William is is Benjamin Franklin's son. William held the bow of the string, and Ben held the kite, and they threw the kite into the sky, into the wind, and shout, "Go!" William ran as fast as he can, and that day it was raining very hard. As Ben took the kite string from his son, they walked into a nearby house. Ben put a key on the end of the kite string. Now let's continue to see what happened. In the book, here there's a picture. So this is Benjamin, and this is a kite here. And the small thing is my note when I study. The book is an old book, very old. The kite flew into the thunder cloud. Lightning flashed about it. Thunder sounded, but nothing happened. I'm afraid it is not going to work, Father, William said. Let's not give up yet? Ben answered. Lightning flashed again. Crack! It struck the wire on the kite free. Suddenly, the little thread on the kite string stood up straight. They were moved by an unseen force. Ben touched the key. Ouch! He cried out, taking his hand away quickly. I got a shot, but we've proved it. Lightning is electricity. He was lucky that the lightning was weak. He was not really hurt. One basic of his experiment. Ben prevented the lightning conductor. He advised every man to put a lightning conductor on top of his house. If lightning struck the conductor, he would travel down the wire to the ground, and the house would not be damaged. Since then, lightning conductors has been put on many houses and on all tall buildings. That is a very interesting story. Now let's review the second part of this article. You got what I said? You got what I said? Ben flies the kite. Ben flies the kite. Let's go over the second part of the story. Ready? Now let's go over the second part of the story. Okay? The kite flew into the thunder cloud. Also, we know the word thunderstorm. So if you know thunder cloud. The cloud, which is a thunder cloud. Lightning flashed about it. Thunder sounded. Nothing happened. Thunder sounded. So the sound can be heard. It is a thunder sounded. I'm afraid it's not going to work, Father. The son, William, talked to his father. Let's not give up yet. We shouldn't give up. The son, William, asked. I'm afraid it is not going to work. But the father, Ben, said, let's not give up. Let's not give up. Standard lightning flashed again. Lightning flashed again. Lightning flashed again. Crack. This word is describe how the lightning sounds like. Crack. It struck the wire on the kite frame. He hit the wire on the kite frame. Suddenly, the little thread on the kite string stood up straight. So the kite is in the sky, and suddenly the kite string stood up straight. It's straight. Okay. This good article, it write vividly. So when we say the kite string stood up strictly, you can picture the one is straight and stretch on the top into the sky. It's stood up straight. They were moved by the unseen force. They feel the unseen force because nobody touched the top of the wire and the frame. However, the kite string stood up straight, so they feel the unseen force. And Ben touched the key because they put the other side of the key on the door. Ouch! He cried, taking his hand away quickly. I got a shock. Here is a very critical moment. So if the lightning is very strong, is very hard, his son might have died. Or is his Benjamin? Who said that? Suddenly. Oh, so not his son. Ben is Benjamin. Okay. And ouch, because Ben touched the key, not his son. Ben touched the key. Ouch. He cried out. Taking his hand away quickly. He cried out and taking his hand away quickly. I got a shock. But wave prove it. Lightning is electricity. He was lucky the lightning is weak. He was not really hurt. So we know if the lightning is strong, we might be hurt. So at this moment, this lightning is weak. So he's lucky. He was lucky he was not being hurted. He was not being hurt. But the lightning is electricity. They proved it's true. On the basis of this experiment, Ben invented lightning conductor. Okay. Lightning conductor. He advised every man to put a lightning conductor on top of his house. If lightning struck the conductor, it would travel down the wire to the ground, and the house will not be damaged. Since then, lightning conductors has been put on many houses and on all tall buildings. So we go over this story. In this story, there's some critical moment. They put the other side of the string on the door. Let me see. Put the key on the end of the. Okay, let me see that what it says. it was raining hard. Ben took the kite string from his son. They walked into a nearby house. Ben put a key on the end of the. Oh, okay, I got it. Ben put a key on the end of the kite string. Okay, it's not on the door. It's not on the door. They put the key on the other side. On the other side of the string. Put the key on the other side of the string. Okay, it's not on the door. Okay. Now, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. What does all over mean? All over the world, all over. All over means everywhere. Okay, so I gave you this. Now, I'm going to let's go into some detail of this article. First of all, we have already know Benjamin Franklin is a statesman, is a journalist, is a businessman. Okay, and he's a scientist. We know who is, and he's very famous. He's one of the persons signed the Declaration of Independence. Also, in his later life, he was an ambassador. And also, he's a very successful businessman. Now, we look at this sentence. Ben flies a kite. Ben flies a kite. Ben flies a kite is the title of this article. Why this happened long time ago, however, we use a present tense. Let me give you the reason. The present tense is used here instead of the past for the sake of the vividness, because it makes us to feel it, to see it, make it vividness. Vividness. The use of this tense seem to bring the past closer to us. Bring the past closer to us. Okay? Closer to us. It frequently occurs in titles and a newspaper headline, and sometimes in recounting past experiment. I give you example. Maltese Prime Minister. I don't know how to read this one. Is Maltese. Let me check to make sure I pronounce it correctly. It's the people's name. It's a people's name. Let me check this name here. Let me check the name. So the name is Maltese. Okay, Maltese. Maltese. Okay. Maltese. Okay. Maltese Prime Minister returns to Beijing. Maltese. Okay. So this is it's not a people's name. Maltese is a country's name. Okay. It's Maltese. Maltese. Okay. It's a country's name. It's nice to check it so that we can understand it better. So I give you example. Maltese Prime Minister returns to Beijing. We use present tense rather than the past tense is because it's going to because the vividness. Now let me give you another example. Arab foreign minister Arab foreign ministers meet on Lebanon crisis. Okay, so this present tense. Okay. Now let's move on. If only Ben could prove it. What does this sentence mean? What does this sentence mean? It means how wonderful it could be if Ben could prove it. If only Ben could prove it. If only Ben could prove it. This, the subjunctive could prove, is used here to express a wish. Subjunctive. Try to get the meaning. I will talk slowly because here's some, probably you have some a little new word here. Subjunctive. Could prove. This is a grammar, okay? It's a grammar. Subjunctive. So it's relating subjunctive. I gave you the meaning. Relating to or denoting a mode of a verb expressing what is imagined or wished or possible. A verb in the subjunctive mode. A verb in the subjunctive mode. Subjunctive. Remember this word. Subjunctive. And let's read this one. If only Ben could prove it is subjunctive. This means how wonderful it could be if Ben could prove it. The subjunctive could prove is used here to express a wish. So it's express imagined or wished or possible. We use the past tense from here when we are actually speaking of the present. Now I give you more example. Now I'm going to give you more example. I see the people join in. Subjunctive, do you know? I see the new people join in. Do you know the word subjunctive? What does this mean? Subjunctive. I gave you a sentence. You just join in. I'm going to give you this sentence. If only Ben could prove it. What does this mean? If only Ben could prove it. This is subjunctive. Subjunctive is relating to or denoting a mode of verb expression what is imagined, what is wished, or what is possible. Another, when this is as adjective, when it is as a noun, is a verb in the subjunctive mode. Now I give you more example. If only I could fly. If only I could fly. If only I could fly. If only Ben could prove it. If only I could apply. If only we had moved. If only we had more time. If only I knew how to do it. If only I can see you face to face. If only. If only I can see you. If only we were good friends. If only. You got it? If only. If only Ben could prove it. If only you didn't know me. If only. If only we knew long time. If only we knew we had. If only we knew each other. If only. Got it? Now the next. The new people join in a pop quiz. I see new people join in. Subjunctive. What does subjunctive mean? What does this sentence mean? If only Ben could know. If only Ben could prove it. If only Ben could prove it. Okay, so let's move on. Perhaps he could prove it by flying a kite during a thunderstorm. Perhaps he could prove it by flying a kite during a thunderstorm. The preposition by here has an idea by means of. Perhaps he could prove it by flying a kite during a thunderstorm. By. What does by mean here? What does by here? What does by mean here? So by is a preposition. Today you know something important. One is subjunctive. Subjunctive is a verb in the subjunctive mode. And the preposition by, it has a meaning, has an idea of by means of. Other example. Now I'm going to give you other example. Other example. He earned his living by doing odd jobs. How do you live? How do you earn your living? How do you earn your living? This example, he earned his living by doing odd job. What is your job? What do you do? What do you do? He earned his living by doing odd job. He earned his living. He made his living by doing odd job. How do you make a living? How do you make a living? By doing odd job? What kind of things you do? What kind of things you do? Odd job? How do you make a living? How? Okay. Two things. One is subjunctive. The other one is grammar. When you learn grammar, you need to know subjunctive and also preposition. Now I give you another example for the usage of by. He escaped by disguising himself as one of the guards. He escaped by disguising himself as one of the guard. By is preposition. By is preposition. Now, we are going to learn another important thing. When new people join in, comment in the chat, where are you from? What is the time in your place? And right now is Beijing time, 12:01, 12 o'clock at noon. What is your time? Comment in the chat, and also don't forget to subscribe, share, comment, and like. Okay. The next one. I am afraid it is not going to work. Work here means have the desired effect. Have desired effect. Supposed to do, it can be used to and can be used of a machine, a telephone, some apparatus, or a plan, a scam, a method. Okay. Here, I gave you more example. They tried different method, but none works. None worked. None worked. No matter what he said, the machine would not work. The work means have the desired effect. Have the desired effect. It will not work. It doesn't work. It have the desired effect. Work. So I put a little thing in a table, and right now I don't know why I put a thing here. Now, let's move on. Are you ready? Now, let's move on. I didn't think your idea would work, but actually it did. The word work means desired effect. Desired effect. It doesn't work. The work means desired effect. Now, the next, go to the detail. We move on the detail for this article, more detail. More detail. He cried out, taking his hands away quickly. He cried out, taking his hand away quickly. The participle phrase, taking his hand away quickly, is used here as an adverbial to denote an action that happened at the same time as crying. Participle phrase. Participle. So when you learn grammar, participle, it means something happened around at the same time. Participle. Participle. Now, participle. Do you know the word participle? It's a grammar word. Participle. participle is relating or involving a participle. So here, participle phrase taking his hand away quickly is participle phrase. Is used here as an adverbial. Used here as adverbial.
Participial adverbial.
Adverbial. Participle.
Participial adverbial.
Participial adverbial. Okay. So it here as adverbial to denote an action that happened at the same time as crying. This is found chiefly in written English. Other example. Let me give you other example. Other example. Enter the room. Enter the room. He found he didn't know anyone present. Entering the room, he found he didn't know anyone present. Entering the room happened at the same time he found. At the same time. Another example, he waved and cried out, trying to attract the attention of a passing car. He waved and cried out, trying. So trying here is participle. A participle phrase as an adverbial to denote an action that happened at the same time. Got it? It happened at the same time. Okay? So when we read this one, today we got a few points. Why Ben flies a kite? Why? Why is present tense? And another thing is if only Ben could prove it. So that is could prove is used here to express a wish. Express here. Use here to express a wish. To express a wish. And also we learn by flying a kite during the thunderstorm by. By has an idea is by means of. By means of. I'm afraid it's not going to work. That is the desired effect. It doesn't work. Desired effect. Okay. Also, he cried out, taking his hand away quickly. Here is participle phrase. Taking his hands away quickly is used here as an adverbial to denote an action that happened at the same time as crying. Got it? As crying. So we got this. I see new friend join in. I'm going to now recap the story. First of all, I found this book in my parents' house because I learned this article long time ago. I found the book, all the book. I read this article. I write the note on it. And then I'm excited to share with you when I travel from US to China and stay with my parents. I'm excited to review the story I learned a long time ago. It recalled me when I was younger, much younger. I recalled the time when I was younger. Oh, the show. Hi, the show. You got it. Lots of notes. Yes, lots of notes. Hi, the show. Since you just joined in, I'm going to quickly review the things. I got a note. It's a different article. It's not a Pompeii. It's different article. The other one I shared with you is a Pompeii. That's in Italy. That's in Italy. The volcano eruption and the eruption, the fire and ash buried the city, the old city, and it was rediscovered 1700 years later. And this story is Benjamin Franklin. Benjamin Franklin, I think probably you know a lot about him. He is a famous statesman. He's a famous statesman in America. And he's a journalist, he's a scientist, and he's a very successful businessman. And when I see his story, I'm so excited. He's very successful. It's hard to make money, right? And he made a lot of money. And he's a scientist. He researched and he studied the electricity. And he and his son went out and to test to prove lightning is electricity. So, and when I study his life, his early life and later life, he's very successful. And when he was 23 years old, he bought a newspaper, Philadelphia Gazette, which soon became most influential paper in America. So when we do something, it's hard to be successful. He bought the newspaper, and then his newspaper become very influential newspaper in America. However, if right now, if we buy the newspaper, probably is not good business. Right now is AI age. The thing change. But in his age, in his time, in Benjamin Franklin's time, newspaper is very advanced things. Printing. A couple of hundred years ago, printing is a pretty new technology. In his 23 years old, he buy the newspaper Philadelphia Gazette, and soon the newspaper became the most influential newspaper in America. Here, I want to stop here. I want to say, right now, if you do the newspaper, it's hard in the AI age. However, a couple of hundred years ago, printing is advanced technology. He buy the newspaper, he was successful. He succeeded when he was 23 years old. Very exciting. He made a lot of money, I believe. And when he was 40 years old, he experimented in the field of electricity and in other science. So he studied and he do the research. He's very smart. In 23, he's a very successful businessman already. And in his 40, he started to study electricity. That's why. Okay, so I want to talk something about money. This is what I think. That's true. I like what I think. He succeed when he was 23 years old. He had enough money, and when he had enough money, and he can spend time to think and do the research, and he can research the thing he would like to do. For example, electricity. So if we make a living, it's hard to survive. He would not have time to study electricity. So it's better to have money. And once you have enough money, you can do the thing you like. For example, you study the electricity. And if you have enough money, you can read the book, whichever you want. And you can learn a song, play the piano. But if there's no money, we need to go out to work. We should have a boss to control us. We need to have a manager to manage us to finish the project on time within the budget and the scope. And also with a good quality. We need to be controlled by somebody. So he succeeded when he was very young, when he has the money, and then he do a lot of things. This is what I think. Sometimes money is very important. Also, he's very smart. So when he's smart, is make money easily. So let's say right now, if you buy the newspaper and do the print out the newspaper business, it's hard to be success. It's hard to be successful because right now it's out of the date. It's too late. Too late to do newspaper. Okay, let me see what you write. Yeah, very true. Yes, money is important. Okay. So when you read his life story, so at his 40, in his 40 years old, and he studied the electricity. Let's continue his life. And in his 40 years old, he experimented in the field of electricity and in other science. He became a member of Society, Royal Society. Okay, at the age 48. Okay, at the age of 48, he became a member of Royal Society. So in his 40 years old, he experimented electricity and other science fields. And in his 40 years of 48, and he became a member of Royal Society. He have the social status too. He not only had money, but also he has the social status. Okay. And he was one of those who signed the Declaration of Independence. So that's why I said the book said too. He's a statesman. Okay. And at 71 years old, he was sent to France as America ambassador. 71. And also he was ambassador he was sent to France as ambassador, and he won support. He won support from France for the American War of Independence. So he was an ambassador and won the support from France to France support America for the War of Independence. So his life, in a few sentences, businessman, journalist, and scientist, and also his ambassador. He also made the contribution for the country, for the United States. So he's very successful. Okay, and did we experiment science? Question us. Are you successful in the age of 23 years old? Do you do the experiment on something like AI or something in the age of 40? In the 84 years old, are you the member of the Royal Society? And in the 71 years old, he was sent to France to be the ambassador and also support the country and made the contribution for the country and won the support from France for the American War of Independence. It's amazing achievement. So this is his life. This is his life. And I gave you a quick, let me see what you say. Wow, he did not stop and he kept working at 71. Yes. Yes, so the reason my book, there's lots of story. I picked this one. I read this book this morning. I decide this book I read a long time ago. And this morning, oh, I think this is a good one. And also his story inspired me. I hope it inspired you. Work hard, make more money, and contribute for your country. Contribute for your family and yourself. How also treat yourself nicely, eat well, sleep well, do some research if you want, if you have enough money, and also you just sing a song. You don't need to be controlled by your boss. Have the business. He's a journalist. Okay, he's a statesman. Let me see, what did you write? Yes, we all need. Well, I think we need to encourage each other. So since we are friends, we are not lonely anymore. We support each other. We help each other, encourage, inspire each other. You will be the best. You're the best. Okay, not will be. You are the best. Okay, and now I'm going to because you come a little late. Right now I recap the story. Just now I recap his life. Now I recap the story. What happened in this story? And see how smart he is. The article's title is Ben Flies the Kite. Why? Now I'm going to ask a grammar question. Why this old story, the title of the article is Ben Flies the Kite? The reason to use present tense to make sure this story vividly. The story is vividness. You can picture what happened. You can feel like you can see a movie, just like you are watching a movie. Ben flies the kite, even it is an old story. We still use present tense. I studied a long time ago. Okay, so now I just kept, and you can review your grammar if you forget. So this story, it talk about in Benjamin Franklin's age, few people know electricity. But scientists all over the world were studying the electricity, and Ben was one of it. Few people know electricity. However, scientists are studying electricity, and Ben was one of it. Ben knew that lightning was like electricity. But was it electricity? It should be proved. It only Ben could prove it. This sentence is a little special because it is subjunctive. It is subjunctive could prove. Subjunctive. It used to express a wish. It expressed the wish. So it only Ben could prove it. Is a wish. Is express a wish. It's subjunctive. Suddenly, he got an idea. How smart he is. Suddenly, he got an idea. Do you have an idea now to prove something and experiment something and to be the, to make sure to do something as a scientist? Suddenly, he had an idea. Let me see. Oh, you are still here. Oh, nice to see you. Franklin is very famous, okay? Suddenly, he had an idea. Perhaps he could prove it by flying a kite during the thunderstorm. Flying the kite. Um, Let me tell you, I'm thinking, sometimes I think about flying a kite. I think in the spring because of beautiful weather. I'm not doing research. I have fun. That's in entertainment. But still nice because in spring we fly the kite. But I never think about in the thunderstorm weather. I fly the kite to prove lightning is electricity. I never think about it. Have you ever tried this? I didn't. I fly the kite in spring to enjoy the weather, to enjoy spring and control the sun. So I do the different thing from Benjamin Franklin. That's why he's famous. I think the thing for fun. Okay, let me see. Okay. Oh, the shoe. Did you want to experiment something now? Use your head, find an idea. Okay, now let's continue. He knew that if lightning was electricity, it could travel down a wet kite stream. Now let me paraphrase this. If the lightning is the electricity, the electricity will travel through the kite wire, kite string, travel down. I like the word travel down. Travel down a wet kite string. Ben and his son made a kite out of a large silk handkerchief. They fixed a wire to the frame Ben thought the wire would attract the lightning. The good thing is, have you ever made the kite? Handmade, DIY the kite. my question, have you ever fly a kite? Have you ever made a kite by yourself? Have you ever did experiment with a kite and fly? For the kite, I have another story. I composed a song related to the kite. The song, the poem not written by me, is written by the Red Mansion. The Dream of Red Mansion is a famous novel in China. In this book, there's a poem related to the kite. The novelist wrote this way: when the kite string was cut, when it was cut, so your fate is out of control because you have no root. I composed a song. And right now I will not sing for you. I need to find it where it is. Yes, I have flew the kite. Okay. Yeah, you flew the kite. And I composed a song about the kite. When the string of the kite was cut off, is broken, the kite, just like our life, our fate, the fate of our life. So if the string was broken, our fate is out of control because we lose the root. So the novelist write like this. So when the famous people, they see the kite, they use a kite to do the experiment, and my book top is broken. Yeah, so I said I'm going to use a glove to raise my book. I didn't find a glove yet. It's broken. The book is almost, right now the page is off. My book page is out of the book. I need to cherish my book. Otherwise, my book is going to totally broken. Okay. So we need to in a novel, so the string of the kite we need to hold in our hand, otherwise it's out of control. So famous people think the thing differently. They can use a very simple thing. They can write the good stuff. They can invent good stuff. And I composed the song related to the kite last year. I need to find it. I don't know where it is. So now I will not share with you. But I share with you, I composed a song related to the kite. So sometimes we need to read the book. Read the book, and then you learn the famous people, you know their life, and you will get a lot of inspiration. Okay. Your book is oh, my book is falling apart. Yes, my book. Oh yeah, this my book is. I need to wear a glove because my hand is still wet. Summer, my hand is still wet. Let's continue. Ben thought the wire would attract the lightning. Okay, let's continue. One dark and stormy day, they took their kite out into the field. William held the ball of string, and Ben held the kite. They threw it into the wind. He threw it into the wind and shouted, "Go!" and shouted, "Go!" So, in a dark, stormy day, and Ben and his son, Ben and his son went out into the field, and Ben held the bow of the string, and William, his son, held the bow of the string, and Ben held the kite. Ben threw the kite into the wind and shouted, "Go!" From here, I want to comment a little. He do the things with passion. Lots of time we are so tired, we lose interest. We don't have no passion. We do things no passion. The successful people, we right now we just would like watch TV. Don't do anything. Watch TV, lie down on the bed, and eat the snack. But Ben and his son went out in a stormy day. It's a stormy day. It's a stormy day, dark and stormy day. Dark day is good to stay at home, right? And they went out and shouted, "Go!" threw the kite into the sky, into the wind, and shouted, "Go!" So much passion in the life. That's why they are very successful. We need to learn from them. We do the things with passion. Let me see what did you write. Passion is powerful. Yes. So this very simple story, the kite little thing, we need to learn something. One day we can be powerful too. Okay. Here I got inspired in a dark and a stormy day. For me, I'm going to stay at home. Okay, stay at home. But they went out and shouted, "Go!" threw the kite into the wind with passion. Let's move on. We learn the passion now. William ran as fast as he could, and the kite rose into the air. His son had a passion too. In a dark, stormy day. When this storm it was raining, and also dark, cloudy sky. And William, his son, ran quick as he can. And the kite rose into the air. It was raining hard. That's why we need to learn from them. Here, just now I say not sure it's rain or not rain because the thunder. Here it was raining hard. So why in the dad and the son, daddy and the son, in a thunderstorm weather, in a dark, stormy weather, dark stormy day, it was raining hard. They ran out of their house and William ran as quickly as he can. And also Ben shouted in the air, "Go!" Let the kite fly in the air. It was raining hard as Ben took the kite string from his son. They walked into a nearby horse. Ben put a key on the end of the kite string. So they put on the other side of the sky, put the key on the other side, hold it. The kite, they hold the key on the other side. Remember here, okay? Here's something we are going to mention it later in this article. The kite flew into the thunder cloud Lightning flashed about it. Thunder sounded, but nothing happened. Did they give up? They didn't. Did they give up? The kite flew into the thunder cloud. Normally I use thunderstorm, but the word is thundercloud. I like they use the word freely. They can nicely use the word. We need to learn how they use the word. So the thundercloud, lightning flashed about it. Thunder sounded, but nothing happened. I'm afraid it's not going to work, Father, William said. Here, yeah, because one is running, one is holding on one side of the key, one is running, and the sky is in the sky and the heavy rain. Okay? And William said, I'm afraid it's not going to work, Father. Here, I want to give the paraphrase, the meaning of the word work. I'm afraid it's not going to work, Father. Work mean not here. It's not I work, you work. I work in a store. No, I work at a house, at home. No, here the work is desired result. So desired result. You got this one? Desired result. Desired result. You got it? So I'm afraid it's not going to work, Father. Work, desired result. Let's not give up yet, Ben answered. They didn't give up. For us, we need to learn we shouldn't give up. When we do things, we shouldn't give up. Lightning flashed again. Crack! It struck the wire on the kite frame. Crack is sounds. It's like the sounds. When the lightning flashed again, you can hear it crack. It's a sound of the lightning. It struck the wire on the kite frame. Suddenly, little thread on the kite string stood up straight. The little thread, see, this is, I want to show you the wire. Oh, you cannot see. Okay. Can you see the wire? Oh, yeah, this is the wire. Okay, this is the wire. So the little thread on the kite string stood up straight. It's straight. Normally, it's like a little curve. The little curve or something like that is a fly. But suddenly, the little thread on the kite string stood up straight. It's straight. Can you try to picture it? Stood up straight. Ouch! He cried out, taking his hand away quickly. I got a shock, but we prove it. Lightning is electricity. He was lucky the lightning was weak. He was not really hurt. So we know the lightning can kill people. If it is stronger enough, it can kill people. Maybe it can crash the building. Crash the building, crash the tree, and crash people's life. Luckily, where I am, flashed out, I'm afraid. Oh, I skipped two I speak the two. Okay. So the Ben answered, let's not give up. Lightning crashed again. Crack. It sounds weird. Okay. Oh, I didn't escape. Okay. So suddenly the little thread on the wire string stood up straight. They were moved. They were moved by an unseen force. They noticed there's unseen force. Ben touched by the key. Do you remember? Ben, they went to the house close nearby, and then he held the key in the hand. And when the thunderstorm cracked, and then he was shocked, and he was the lightning struck the wire on the kite frame, and Ben touched by the key. So he shouted and take his hands away quickly. He released the key. I got a shock. He got touched, shocked by the lightning. But we proved lightning is electricity. So he did the experiment successful. Luckily, the lightning is weak. Otherwise, he's going to be hurt by the lightning. He was lucky. The lightning was weak. He was not really hurt. Very lucky. He was not hurt. He was very lucky. He's lucky. On the base of his experiment, Ben invented the lightning conductor. It's how the lightning conductor invented. He advised every man to put a lightning conductor on top of his house. If lightning struck a conductor, it would travel down the wire to the ground and the house would not be damaged. So if the lightning struck the conductor, it would travel down the wire to the ground. The house would not be damaged. Since then, lightning conductors have been put on many houses and on all tall buildings. This is how the conductor appeared in the world, because Benjamin Franklin invented conductor, inspired from the lightning and this experiment. So he got something when he did experiment, and he learned something, and he invented something. And if he sell, just now we talk about his businessman, successful businessman. If he sell the conductor, people would buy, and then he will be more successful. And he buy the newspaper Philadelphia Gazette, and that newspaper is influential right away in in America. Now he found out the lightning conductor. So it's a very interesting story. It's a very interesting story. So this morning when I studied, how it make us get inspired. So sometimes we think, oh, we are too old, not smart. Try not to think that way. magical will happen. Let's get inspired from Benjamin Franklin. Very small little story, very small story, tiny little story. They work very hard. They are very smart. The other people studied the other people studied the electricity, and he is one of the person studied. But the normal people, few people know electricity. And he one day he got an idea, oh, maybe lightning is electricity. And then one day in a dark and stormy day, Benjamin and his son, they DIY the kite. They use a silk handkerchief and put on a frame, and on a dark, stormy day, he and the son brought the kite, the DIY kite, and went out and put the book on the table. And then William ran as quick as possible, and Benjamin threw the kite in the wind and shouted, "Go!" That is in his 40 years old. So much passion. And at the very beginning, the lightning crack. Nothing happened. And William asked, "Father, I'm afraid nothing will happen." And Ben told his son, "We shouldn't give up. We don't give up. We don't give up. We didn't give up." Okay. And then they continue. One and also they went to the house nearby and get a key, and they put the key on the other side of the string. And Ben hold the string, and this time suddenly the lightning cracked again. The lightning cracked again, and this time, ouch! And Ben shouted because he was touched by the lightning. And luckily, the lightning is weak, and Ben was not hurt by the lightning, not hurt by the electricity. However, he released the string, released the key. He was hurt, he was shocked. He was shocked by the lightning. He's very lucky. And then later on, he said it proved the lightning is electricity. And also later, he remind other people to put the conductor on the top of the building, put a conductor in your room, in your house, and then it will make the lightning travel down the conductor and go to the ground, and it will prevent your house to be damaged. So lightning can kill the people, damage the tree and the building. And he found out the conductor can travel down the lightning, the electricity, down to the ground and make sure the house is safe. So that's let me see. And after that, since then, lightning conductor has been put on many houses and on all tall buildings. So right now, a lot of tall building have the lightning conductor. That's really an amazing story. That's a really, really amazing story. And also, today I gave you a few words, which is, I think probably the show know that. So it is the subjunctive. So I gave you example. If only Ben could prove it. So that is express a wish. Okay. The other thing today I share with you is a proposition by. So the sentence here is perhaps he could prove it by flying a kite during a thunderstorm. By means by means of, by means of, by means of. Next one I'm going to share with you. I'm afraid it's not going to work. I'm afraid it's not going to work. Work means desired result. It's a desired effect. Okay. The next, he cried out, taking his hand away quickly. He cried out, taking his hand away quickly. Taking. Here is a participle phrase, taking his hand away quickly. So this verb happened at the same time, cried out. This action happened at the same time, crying out. He cried out, taking his hand away quickly. So cry, take his hand away, happen at the same time. It's a grammar. If you know this grammar, you will understand, you can picture what happened. But if you don't know the grammar, you don't know what it talk about. Okay? So, and this is this one. And now I quickly, probably we don't have the time. We don't have time, but I just get a quick, um, just a quick notice about this. The next thing we are going to share with you, you see my book right now is a small thing full of from my book. I don't know. My book is almost broken. This is my book. Take a look at the note. Okay. So next thing I'm going to share with you is education of Benjamin Franklin. That is education of Benjamin Franklin. So we don't have a lot of time. However, here, let me see what you read. A lot of note. Yes, you see my note. Okay, so I think this one will inspire us too. This one will inspire us too. And probably we don't have time to get it all, but let's go through a few paragraphs and see what's going on. Try to inspire us, lead us to higher, to the high level, not go down, go up, go up, go up, not go down. Okay, so the education of Benjamin Franklin. Benjamin education at school came to an end when he was 10 years old. So he stopped studying in school in his 10 years old. But he never stopped learning. For him, book held the key to living a happy and a successful life. They were precious gift. Wow. He stopped study in school when he was 10 years old. Oh, okay. So you are still here. So yeah, thank you. Welcome to join again. So I hope Benjamin story can lead you to more successful. Yeah. So it's almost there. I'm going to get a quick review, and then we recap what we said, and more successful. If you be together with the successful people, you learn from them, you are close to successful career. Okay. So he ended his school when he was 10 years old, but he never stopped learning. For him, book held the key to living a happy and a successful life. Here, we need to remember this sentence. Book hold the key to living a living a happy and a successful life. So book hold the key. Right now we have the book, right? So we learn this book, we got inspired from the book. So we have the key, just like the book said. Hold the key to living a happy and a successful life. We live a successful life. We are together with Benjamin Franklin. They were precious gift. So right now, this book is my gift, and I share my gift to you. I share my gift to you. I share my love to you too. Now, let's go over the next paragraph. Okay. The next paragraph. In his early youth, he had a friend who worked for bookshelf. Book. I cannot see this. Let me. Oh, bookseller. Okay. Um, so in his early youth, he had a friend who worked for a bookseller. Sometimes his friend would lend him a book, which he was careful to return quickly. Often he sat up in his room reading most of the night in order to return a book before his friend's employer noticed it was missing. So he was very lucky. Uh, Jackie Chan. Oh, Jackie Chan. Oh, I got a new people join in. Hey, hi, my new friend. So right now we are working on Benjamin Franklin. Franklin, he's a famous statesman, journalist, businessman, and a scientist. And he was very successful even when he was in his 23 years old. He bought the newspaper, and the newspaper soon to be influential in the America. Influential newspaper in America. And in his 40 years old, he experiment electricity, studied electricity in his 48 years old, and he is the member of Royal Society. And in his 71 years old, he was ambassador and he was sent to French, and he was ambassador, and he's very successful. Also, he signed the Declaration of Independence for the Independence War. Okay. Also, he won the support from France, and support from France to support the war of independence. American War independence. And this story, yes, welcome. Welcome. Comment, if you don't mind, comment in the chat, where are you from, and what is your time in your area. Also, don't forget to subscribe, share, comment, and like. Okay, and share and like. And today we go over this story, and this story we talk about the Benjamin experiment electricity. He and his son run and walk in the heavy rain, the thunderstorm, and he was shocked by the electricity, by the lightning, and later on he found out the lightning conductor can protect the house, and later he also reminded people put the conductor in the house on the top of the house, and then later on a lot of family, the house was put a conductor because he reminded people the lightning can travel down through the wire, through the string to the ground and protect the house. And then later on, the conductor was invented, and also a lot of people's house, they put the conductor there, and also on top building, they put the conductor on the top of the conductor too. And now this is general things. And also just now I only gave the two paragraph, introduction of the education of Benjamin Franklin. So just today we only do the two paragraph, just to get the, yes, he didn't shot. He didn't get a shot. Yeah, he did a lot. So today we go through two paragraph. So it's almost done. So so he stopped. He ended his school since when he was 10 years old, and he never stopped study. He's never stopped study, and he treated the book as a key to the successful life and to the happiness of the life. And living a happy and the book held the key to living a happy and a successful life. They were precious gift. So right now the second one, in his early youth, when he's very young, when he's very young, he had a friend worked in a bookseller and lend the book, and he read faster. He read as fast as he can, so that um, uh, sometimes his friend would lend him the book, which was and he always carefully to return it quickly, read quickly and return it quickly. And often he sat up in his room reading. He sit in a room and reading. Right now I sit in my room, I'm reading. Most of the night, reading most of the night. So he stayed up and read, okay? In order to return a book before his friend employer noticed it was missing. So he would read faster and return it as quickly as possible. So this is I forget what is we still have one. So today we just get something. So what I want you to do is we need to get inspired from Benjamin Franklin, read the book. Right now, I sit in my room, I share the book for you. First of all, I share the old book, the old book, pages off, the pages off, and still, the pages off, still, is precious. The book is precious. The book is precious. I want, also it is old book. although it's old book. However, I want to use this one, my book. However, book held the key to living a happy and successful life. I hope we all get inspired from the book. And he was successful even when he was 23 years old. Doesn't matter how old we are going to get inspiration. We're not lazy. We're smart. We're not lazy. We're not smart. Right now, I sit in my room. I'm reading the book. And the show sitting in your place and listening to the book. Remember this sentence. The book remember this sentence. The book held the key. The book held the key to living a happy and a successful life. Let me recite. The book held the key to living a happy and a successful life. And also, when we study the book together, we make a new friend, we share the life, we share our emotion, we share our thought, we feel we are together. We feel we are together. And I feel I'm not lonely. I have a friend. I have a friend from all over the world. I have a friend from all over the world. So that's a really amazing experience. So we study a lot. It's a busy day. In China, it will be a busy morning. Right now is noon. So right now I'm much smarter too. After I learning that, I'm smart. And see, this is the book I wrote. I posted in the chat. So success in music made simple. Success in music made simple. Compare this book. This is the inside. It's white. The white page. And look at this book. Compare these two books. It's a white page and a yellow page. So this is my book. I posted in the chat. And it's really it's a treasure. It's a pressure. It's very precious. And the books held the book held the key to living a happy and a successful life. So remember this sentence. And also, I have this book. So on this book, page 85, is a red rose. Before we end, I'm going to share with you the book, but I will not share longer time. I will share as short as possible. So today I'm going to share the third verse. I'm going to share with you the third verse. I'm going to share with you the third verse. Now, till all the sea gone dry, my dear, till all the sea gone dry, till all the sea. Yes, you say I wrote a lot of book. Yes, I wrote a lot of book. Here, this is a Success in Music, Made Simple. This is my first book. The second book, Music Festival in AI Age. I wrote it 2024 Music Festival in AI Age. Also, this is my third book, Sparkfire, Art, Wealth, and Success. Sparkfire. This is me. And This is me. This is me too. Okay? And this is me. Spark, art, wealth, and success. Now, my fourth book is this book. Is Creating Wealth, the Secret Code of Success in the AI Age and Timeless Wisdom. So we need to have wisdom, okay? And also, I wrote another book, which is YouTube Rising. 22 Secret to go from 0 to 1,000. Build a brand, get paid, and inspire millions. Okay, Franklin inspired us, and we inspire the world. See, right now when you read this, think from your heart. So to go from 0 to 1,000, build a brand, get paid, and inspire millions. So this is my book. And just now I share with you, this is my old book. It's old book. I learned long time ago. So today the third verse. Okay, third verse. Till all the sea gone dry, my dear, and the rock melt with the sun. To all the sea gone dry, to all the sea gone dry, to all the sea gone dry, and the rock melt with the sun. Let's repeat. To all the sea gone dry, to all the sea gone dry, my dear, and the rock melt with the sun. And I will have thee still, my dear, and I will love thee still, my dear, while the sands of life shall run. Oh, I will love thee. Oh, I will love thee still, my dear, while the sands of life shall run. Okay, I share with you this one. Now, I'm going to recite the first two verses to you. The first two verses. A Red, Red Rose, which was written by Robert Burns, who is famous Scottish poet. And A Red, Red Rose is one of his masterpieces. And also I composed a song for this poem. Now let me repeat the first two verses. Oh, my love, like the red, red rose. Oh, my love, like the red, red rose that's newly spawned in June. Oh, my love, like the melody that's sweetly played in tune. And fair art thou, my bonny lass, so deep in love am I. And I will love thee still, my dear, till all the sea gone dry. Now I'm going to sing the first verse of this song, only the first one. Let me close it. I composed a song for this. I composed a song for the famous poet for the poem's author, the writer, the poet's name is Scottish poet Robert Burns. Okay, ready? Oh, my love, oh, my love's like a red, red rose that you lay sweet, that you lay sprung in June. Oh, my love's like, oh, my just like the melody that sweetly played in June. So the book, just now what we learned, the book, just now we remember a sentence. Let me see. The book held the book held the book held the book held the key to live a happy and a successful life. Also, the book held the key to live a life with a love, a red rose, and all my love like the melody that sweetly played in tune. Any other questions? Any other questions? Yes. Yes. So right now right now is in lunchtime 1:22 in China, Beijing time. So I have not eaten my lunch yet. So later on I'm going to cook lunch. So if I have passion, we talk about the passion today. If I have a passion, I'm going to live stream the and if I have strength, live stream the lunch. Going to welcome to join our lunch together. So it's a real lunch, authentic. And also it's real life, real food, real love. Just like the red rose that sweetly played in tune. The sounds in the kitchen, the, the steam sound, the boiling sound, it make people feel more love, family love. It make you think about your childhood, your parents, your brothers and sisters. I'm going to bring more beautiful things, love, a red love, and a beautiful life, beautiful family love, and a beautiful friends love. So any other questions? So if no other question, yeah, let me see. Yeah, so let me see. So if no other questions, don't forget to like it, subscribe, share, comment, and like, and a comment, and where are you from, and your time. Okay, so right now is lunchtime. After it is afternoon. It's not a noon time. So I'm going to cook the lunch for my family. I'm going to cook the delicious one. I'm going to eat a big. Another thing, eat a big, I need to lose weight too, otherwise, with a big body. That's a little joke. So, any other questions? So, that's really amazing experience. Share love together, and you're the best. You're the best. We got inspired from Benjamin Franklin and his son William. They run in the heavy rain. They run as quickly as they can, and they threw the kite in the wind and shouted, "Go!" That's really amazing. Let me see. You are the best. You are the best. You didn't give up. You know, when people they don't like study things, they give up. They they get in, they quickly get out. They don't want to study, because enjoy watch TV and eat a snack and lay down on the bed and have a dream too. Okay, so welcome to June. If you have time, and also don't work too hard, and to be healthy, to be safe too. So I think that's all for today, and thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate. Um, so I think that's all for today. Comment. Don't forget to comment, share, and like. Thanks for watching. See you on the lunch live stream, the family real life, and the family real food. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.